Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm Saiyami Kher and I have Simon with me at the 35th over point. Netherlands are 162 for 5. Simon, what exactly is happening here? Because we've spoken so much about the Indian bowling, and now suddenly we have Gill, we have Virat, we have Surya bowling, and all the main bowlers are just sitting out there.
Everyone that has watched Cricbuzz for quite some time will know that I'm happy with this moment because I've been on and on at some of these batters to learn how to bowl more and to get opportunities to bowl in a game. Didn't quite expect them all to bowl, Kohli, Shubman Gill, Surya Kumar Yadav as well. But look, I like the fact that they're trying and they're not taking the mickey. I think this is just an opportunity to see, just to see whether it's an option. What if something does happen to one of the 5? What if something does in a semi-final, a hamstring, an injury, someone goes down, someone drops a catch and gets hit on the neck. What if something like that does happen? They're going to need an option or 2 options. So I don't mind it. And I like the fact that these guys are, I know that we've seen some footage of Shubman bowling in the nets. We know that Virat has bowled a bit more so in the past than he does nowadays, but I actually don't mind it. And I don't want people to think that they are taking the mickey out of the Netherlands or the World Cup, because these might at some stage be genuine options. So I will accept that that's what's happening. I'd like to see him go back to Kuldeep or someone, though, very, very shortly to try and maybe wrap things up and not let the Netherlands get away too much.
All right, Simon, we know that you've always spoken about how the batters also need to bowl. So which among the 3 have impressed you more in Virat, Gill and Surya?
Oh, I actually think that Surya's line has been okay. Virat picked up a filthy wicket down the leg side. I mean, it was an awful delivery, but he's got himself a wicket. Great catch too. I mean, that was a terrific catch. And it's something we probably haven't talked enough about through the World Cup is how good KL has been behind the stumps. I think he's been superb. He's taken some terrific catches. When you're not talking about the wicketkeeper, I guess he's doing his job.
Yes.
And he's been brilliant throughout the World Cup, and obviously he was great with the bat today, but I think his work behind the stumps has been superb. So I thought Surya's looked okay. Shubman maybe needs a little more work. So I'll leave it at that.
You'll leave it at that, but now Siraj is back. Yes, he got hit in the neck, but now he's back with his spell. DK and I spoke about how India were not looking like how India has looked through this World Cup. So, be it the bowling, which is a little wavered, be it the catching with Siraj now twice, the ball was kind of chasing him.
Yeah, a little flatter. You can expect that sometimes with 400 on the board and in excess of 400. They'll still want to keep their disciplines, but remember, they've just had a few days off. They've had a bit of a relax. This is a reset for them. It's a game that they are always going to win. They haven't quite been on the money, but I think the build-up now starts. You can forgive India one game. I can forgive them this game. It's not like they're going to lose the game. They're still going to win and win quite comfortably. So I can forgive them this performance after a 4 or 5 day stretch off. I hope that they haven't trained too hard in the lead up to this game, because it was a great opportunity to give their guys a bit of a rest. Finish today and they'll be right back on song and right back on the money, and I think the trainings will get harder in the next couple of days and they will be back on song for a semi-final of the World Cup. So again, if that's the way things have happened, I can certainly forgive them for that performance today so far.
Well, let's have a look at Netherlands' batting card, because like we said, they have stood strong with a little bit. Again, the middle order, we can see that Engelbrecht is on 42, and we saw Teja hit those 2 6s to Surya as well. But do you see this wrapping up soon if they go ahead with getting a Kuldeep and Jadeja and Siraj in?
Yeah, well, I like the fact that the Netherlands have kept trying to go for it for the most part. Engelbrecht has been a little bit slower than you would probably like, but I do enjoy the fact they have tried to actually go for it. They've tried to score runs. They're not just prepared to bat out their 50 overs, which in some of these cases, you're not going to learn anything by just blocking dots, taking ones, and batting out your 50 overs. You've got to try and push the envelope a little bit and see what is possible. The chance of 411 is highly, highly unlikely and probably impossible, but you don't know how you perform in these situations unless you push the boundaries a little bit and try. And so I hope that the Netherlands continue to do that, not recklessly, but just continue to try and find those boundaries. India would love to wrap it up. They would love to wrap it up inside of 50 overs and bowl another side out, which is something that they've been brilliant at. Time will tell whether that happens, but I'm sure that bringing the big guns back now is probably one of those things.
Well, everyone in India is waiting for them to wrap things up soon and go for Diwali celebrations, but we'll be catching you all
None more so than you.
But we'll be catching you all in the post-match show. Thank you for watching Cricbuzz Comm Box.